Hello and welcome to the Jevwood Studios episode review for Before the Flood. Again, written by Toby Whithouse. This is part 2 of the double episode, and it was quite a good episode. It was definitely a good way of finishing off the double episode, and I thought it was very well written. Once again, Toby Whithouse. You should be lead writer. So, to start off with, let's talk Bootstrap Paradox. I really like the sciencey science bit at the beginning of the show, where the Doctor's talking straight to the camera. Now, this was, I think, so different to what we've seen previously, where he'll be explaining science to his companions and we'll sort of hear it as the third person. But here, he's talking to us as if we're the companion. I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed learning about the Bootstrap Paradox. I think I get the paradox now, and it's just utterly mind-blowing. And then after he breaks the fourth wall, guitar. Now, Capaldi actually played the guitar theme for this episode, and I find that totally impressive. I think we've finally found the Doctor's, his characteristics. So before we've had the lovers, we've had the madmen with boxes. Capaldi, he's the punk star, I think. He's definitely a rebel Time Lord. Once again, fantastic writing and all-out action whole way through. Everything from the ghosts to the Fisher King with the Slipknot roar, which I really liked. I wasn't sure I was going to like it, but it was really good. Lots of fast-paced action, lots more running, lots more very scary, make you poop yourself moments. For instance, when O'Donnell appeared as a ghost. And I've got to say, I absolutely adored this second part. Usually second parts aren't as good as the first parts. Maybe this one wasn't as good, but it was still utterly brilliant, and I think that's just down to the fantastic writing and possibly the monsters. The Fisher King was so visually extraordinary. It was utterly brilliant. I really enjoyed the fact that he was towering over the Doctor, Britain's tallest man, towering over the Doctor in such a sort of, his face, the Fisher King's face, is just like a skull, and you really wouldn't want to meet that on a dark night. So yeah, I really enjoyed the Fisher King, and I thought that having the timey-wimey element to the show, which, let's face it, it's a time travel show, of course you've got to have that, but actually going back to the base with the scary ghost scenes, lots of ghosts this time, because there's the Doctor's ghost and O'Donnell's ghost join the crowd of ghosts, including Prentice and the others. It was just brilliant. I really enjoyed every scene of this, every single one. And I think killing off O'Donnell again was the right thing to do. Sorry, she was another brilliant character who got killed off. But, you know, the brainy ones have to go. I thought the death of the Fisher King was maybe a bit rushed, but still visually extraordinary. The dam bursting open, cracking all the way through, the Fisher King being tricked by the Doctor. It was just brilliant. The dam breaks, water floods everywhere, and they did promise us a flood in the title, Before the Flood. And this bit is during the flood. And the Fisher King sacrifices himself. Now, for somebody called the Fisher King, one would expect him to be able to swim. Or is that just me? No? Okay. I think the best scene, that's terrible grammar, terrible word order, but never mind. The best scene was when this ghost, the second ghost, and I've forgotten his name and it's terrible, was dragging the axe along behind him. Honestly, it was like we were being thrown back to the Hammer horror era of Doctor Who. We're just so scary. A man dragging an axe towards a woman behind him, or behind her, and the Daredevil-like powers was, yeah, okay, maybe copied, but, you know, they're good powers, so it made sense that a deaf woman would have those. So, overall, what do I think of Before the Flood? Well, loved it. Honestly, as second parts go, this has got to be the best one we've seen in years. It was visually brilliant, it was fast-paced action. They didn't drop the fast-paced action, it was still very gripping, very scary, and overall, a really behind the sofa-like episode. It was horrific, but in such a good way. Honestly, I don't mean it was terrible, I mean it was a horror story. Let's face it, this double part has been. Toby Whithouse, please be a writer full-time for Doctor Who. Please. And so that's it for this time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget next week's, or hopefully Sunday or maybe Monday's, will be the last episode of the episode reviews until 2 weeks' time. So the next episode will probably be, well, not 2 weeks, 2 weekends. So yeah, the next review will come the week of the Zygon inversion. Thank you for listening and watching, and don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to my channel for more of this sort of thing, and some other stuff as well, including tomorrow night's Who News. Thank you for watching, bye bye.